Hey everyone, Judge Baby Bear is back, and I have a new case for you guys. So, this is about C5 All Stars, and there is some major controversy surrounding it, and it is in regard to the matchups. So, the reason why I'm doing this video is because it is affecting one of my friends. He did the second interview with me. It's Dab. You guys all know Dab. He is just a really great guy and a good team player, and anybody that's played with him knows how passionate he is about playing Evony and All Stars. And he's just really like a straight shooter, just a real fair guy, and just, contributes to the C5 channel. I just think that he's just, one of those guys that you want to look out for. You don't want a person like this quitting Evony over a rigged match or Evony being really shady, right? Because these are the types of players that we all kind of ride their coattails. And I feel like the least we can do is support them when they support us, right? Like they get us through to semis, they get us through to finals. It's only fair to support them back when something happens like this that's a big injustice. So just wanted to give back to where I can and wanting to show you guys the kind of the breakdown here. So as you see in Lion, there's 344s. In Eagle, there's 244s and 135. Dab is the only 44 in Bear, and Stallion has 244s. Now, my understanding is that Lion, Eagle, and Stallion also have a lot of 43s, which I get it. Like maybe the 43s don't matter as much, but obviously the 44 and the 45 do matter, right? And the 45 especially because we know that Neo has T16s already. So that is a huge deal, right? So why would Evany not put Dab with another 44 when they easily could, right? Instead of having 3 and 3, 1 and 2, why isn't it 3, 3, 2 and 2, right? So let's take a closer look at the teams that they put together so that you can kind of see the power rankings. So you have Neo, Fahad, and Geek. So that's the 45, 44, and 44. And as you can see, they are pretty high powered. So 55 billion, 38 billion. So just remember that before we switch to the next one. And from what I understand, this team also has a lot of 43s, but I don't necessarily know every single player on here. But this is a very, very strong team. So that's this team. And so the next team has CPS and Rainmaker, and both of them are 44s. And again, look at the power, 43 billion, 40 billion. Okay, so this again is a really strong team. Zero, that used to be Tar Heel's account. Cunt the Kind, he's in my Judge Baby channel because he went back on a throne truce multiple times. So he got called out in C5 channel for that. But again, looks like a strong team. I don't know everybody on here, but it looks like, a lot of strong people. And I was told that there's also a lot of 43s. Oh, there's Kilabasa. Woohoo! Want to give a shout out to him. And oh, there's Frederick. So a lot of these people I know. Stamp. I like Stamp. Okay, so that is another strong team. So let's look at the next one. So this is the Team Bear, and Dab is the 44 at 26 billion. Loveland is only a 40 at 27. Look at the power difference between these people. So the other power, we were looking at 40 plus, right? And there were multiple people in the Eagle and Stallion, but you're looking at people that are in the 27 range and only 144. Shout out to Mirman, by the way. He's in our Discord channel. And I will say that I don't really know a lot of these players on this team. But from what I understand, there's not a lot of 43s. And I think I was told that 42 was the highest on this team. So why would Evany do that? Why would they not balance this team out with 43s, more 43s, or give them one more 44? Just is a little fishy, right? So the last team is another strong one. We have Everyone is Equal, who is the number one player there. Brumdog and TWT. Those are all 44s. And again, look at that power, 48 billion, 33, 30. So they are stronger than the other team. Now, could they have given Dab, another 44? So it would be 2, 2, 3, and 3. I mean, I think so. Now, talking to other people, they're like, well, this is just the system. They're only calculating power. But, what's interesting is when we played Challenge, do you remember when we got issued teams and they changed it? They changed it after they issued it. So something is at play, right? So something is at play, and it would be unfortunate if it's kind of rigging the system. And I think one of the things that's a little frustrating is the way they do the points on this, because I can understand it from a rally leader point of view, right? You're carrying the team from prelims to semifinals to finals. You're doing a lot of the lifting. And I'm not saying that people don't deserve to be placed high. I'm just saying that the rally leaders really are doing major lifting to get people into the next round, right? And so if you're on a team that loses, you're not going to make a top, you're not making the top 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. You're not even making top 10. You are going to be basically making it after 20. And that's only if you make second place. So the second place team, they're going to be 21 to 35. And then the third place team is going to be 35 to 40. So I can see how that can be frustrating, because if you're on a team that is already at the very start not a good equal match, then it's going to be probably pretty frustrating to go into it that way. Now, I believe in Dab. I think he's going to go and play full force, but we will see what happens, very soon almost. So just wanted to show you guys this. So these are the prizes, and luckily everybody who made finals is going to get the castle, and everybody who made semifinals is going to get the egg. So those are really the most important things. And so when you look at the rankings here, you're going to see that the top 15 get the extra 40 Rose Imperial City fragments so you can upgrade your castle. So if you're not on the winning team, you're not going to get those 40 fragments. You're going to get 15. And so, and again, that's if you make second place, if you make top 20, right, or 21. So that, I guess, it can be disappointing if you know that the matchups are not super fair. Now, thank you, Knox, for doing this Excel sheet, because I'm really bad at that. But I just wanted to show you a different perspective from this. You'll need to view this in full screen to see the bottom, but you'll see Eagle 431, you see Stallion 411, Bear 389, Lion 426. So obviously they could have given Bear one of the bigger players, right? And still would have been even. So people are saying that this is just calculated out by power and not a lot is looked into this. But obviously a lot more needs to be, a variable in this, especially because of the huge gap between 45 and 40, right? Like there's such big gaps between that. And you would think that if they're factoring your troop tiers, that the person with T16 would not have 2 extra 44s, but maybe just have 1, right? So not really sure on that, guys, but wanted to share this because, again, just looking out for a friend and looking out for what you guys think about this. Would love to see your opinions in the comments. And we do know that Evony has changed rules based on previous rounds, right, of tournaments. Like they changed the teleporting thing. They changed the points being lessened if too many people are hitting the same castle, things like that. They always change it up to kind of prevent these types of things. But from the spreadsheet, you can see on Stallion, that 40.5 could easily have been the top where Bear is at. And then that would look a little more even and fair, and probably less people would question that. So it's valid concerns. One more thing to share here is something that you guys will have to go to my Discord channel for to get more info, but it seems like there is some controversy on people getting their keeps to be very high power very fast, and I redacted the names here because these are allegations of people doing illegal pack loading, and I think it should not be acceptable to do pack loading when it comes to stolen cards. Like, that should just not be accepted in the community at all. So go to my Discord channel in the Judge Baby Drama section and you can see more information there. But really, the community is also to help you guys not get scammed, especially for the newer players where a lot of times people will take advantage of you, right? And it's sad to see people charging these players like 2K, 3K for their consulting services, and I totally get the legitimate services and like hosting and that kind of stuff because that does take time and money invested in order to build those services for people, but I am just strictly speaking of, like, the scammy people, like the pyramid schemes and all that kind of weird stuff that goes on. So, just remember you're in an online territory and people's intentions are not always the best. So, definitely come to my channel, check it out, and, you can make your own, opinions on this. I redacted everything just because I don't wanna put out, information that's wrong, but I do wanna put out information that has been shared in the sense of this, like, illegal stuff that's going on that I don't think we should be accepting, right? So, this is affecting people's real lives if it has to do with a stolen credit card, and that is just it's just wrong, right? Like, we should not accept that kind of behavior. So, that being said, big shout out and kudos and props to everybody that made finals. It's not an easy thing to do. I don't want anybody to take the wrong way, like the matchups being unfair to people, because I think that all of the players are amazing for making finals. I just think that I get like Dab's point of view though, that there was just a little bit of a mismatching there that really, it should be addressed. So that's what I'm doing. But in terms of all the players that are in the matchup for C5, everyone is really deserving and I'm rooting for you guys. And honestly, hope you all win, even though there can only be one winner. So, anyways, I will see you guys, I guess, later on today. See you later. Bye.